Hey guys, and welcome to a new series on the channel. As you can see, I've got a picture up, and this series is going to be called Anime Talk. So I just want to sit down. I watch a lot of anime. I want to sit down and talk to you about anime that I have been watching recently. See what you guys think. If you guys don't like it, maybe we'll chuck it in the bin. If you do, I might just do it on the side just for giggles. So today I want to talk to you about this anime. Sorry, this pictures are a bit blurry. Couldn't find a lot of hasty pictures because this is quite a new anime, and it is called Rise of the Shield Hero. Now, this is an anime about four adventurers that get teleported to a alternate universe because they get summoned. Yeah, as you can see, the picture is blurry. They get summoned to a new universe because that universe is in peril. Now, the anime hasn't explained why it's these specific people. But yeah, these four people. Now, there are four heroes. There are the spear hero, the bow hero, the sword hero, and the shield hero. So these four heroes are there to try to save the world, and the world is going to be destroyed by these waves of enemies. Is not the right word. Like waves of the apocalypse, where creatures like chimeras and demonic creatures that come down and destroy and just ravage the land and destroy everything they come into contact with. And it's these guys' job, basically, or quest, to shut those gates. And that way they have to shut those gates is defeat the leader of the wave. Now, this is explained to these guys at the beginning of the anime when they first arrive. And they basically get put up for the night. So the king puts them up for the night, and the heroes go back to their room and they talk, and they sort of try to get to know each other a little bit, and then this sort of now starts to edge into that the shield heroes of the past weren't good guys. They were either lazy or they took advantage of people and things like that. So it starts to get quite interesting and quite deep, and also explains that, as you can see, it's like, well, you can't really see here, but they have like an interface, and it's like a game, and the past heroes have actually had experience with these. They actually had virtual reality in their universes, because the four heroes, I haven't explained this before, are from different universes. And I thought this was a really clever thing to do, because then no matter what, the heroes can't know each other and they can't do anything about each other, because obviously you won't know what's happened in a different universe and they won't know what's happened in your universe. And obviously you can swap information, but before anybody else knows, what you're saying is absolute pans before anybody else knows. So it's a really interesting story and concept to go from. And then they start running from this, and the heroes get a purse of gold and sent out to see, like, level upping, because they actually have levels in this as well. It is literally like a game, so they have like levels, and so the king sends them out with gold. So then they can buy equipment and provisions and stuff like that, so they can go out and earn money and do all this stuff. So the storyline progresses. So the heroes are summoned to the audience chamber of the king, the Great Hall, whatever you want to call it, and they're given, well, they've summoned like the greatest adventurers in the land, and they have now given the adventurers the choice of who they want to learn under. And all the adventurers have basically gone for all the other heroes apart from the shield hero, and the shield hero sort of throws a little hissy fit, and then this girl eventually says, okay, I'll join you, shield hero, if you want me to, which is kind of interesting. And after that, you see a little clip of them, and they go around together, do a bit of sightseeing. There's a bit of flirtation going on, and also he buys like some new armor, like spends most of his gold, and then he spends most of his gold, and he also buys her some new armor. So it's kind of an interesting story, but then all of a sudden things go wrong, and the story starts off for like the first 5 or 10 minutes all happy and lovely, and everything seems to be going to pass, and then all of a sudden stuff starts getting wrong. So this is where I start to really enjoy the anime. So he wakes up in the middle of the night, or it might have been in the morning actually, and no, it was in the morning, sorry, and all his stuff's gone. Everything apart from his shield, because his shield's actually just attached to his arm, so he can't remove it. So all his money, everything's gone. And then so he goes to the girl's room, and he's met by guards basically, and he's dragged to the palace to answer for his crimes. And his crimes are basically, he's been accused of trying to force himself upon this woman. And obviously you see the anime, and he clearly hasn't, and she's basically stolen everything from him, and she has accused him of something. And this is where the anime is like, it takes like a dark turn for a while, and it's like, wow, what the hell is going on? And it sort of shows like the culture of our day and age now. Like, if a woman says that a man has done this to her, or if a man says a man has done this to them, sometimes it is guilty till proven innocent, not innocent till proven guilty, because obviously there's that sort of mentality around this. It's such a bad thing that somebody could do, that straight away it's bam, it's life ruining. And you see in this anime that it is quite life ruining for this guy, because from then on he's basically being shunned by everybody. He goes back to the blacksmith. He's walking through town, and the blacksmith sees him, and he says that he's heard some rumors about him. He basically just looks at him, doesn't even think, but the blacksmith sort of sees it in his eyes that he didn't do it, and he offers him a cloak free of charge. It's just like an old cloak, it's nothing major, but it's just that outstretch of knowing somebody he has actually believes in him, which is because they've obviously know him, or they've met with him and they spoke with him. He doesn't seem like that sort of person. The blacksmith's a good judge of character. So like after that, he clearly has no money, so he's sleeping rough, and he's planning, and he's thinking what he has to do. Ooh, went a little bit too far there. He's thinking what does he have to do, and he's going around and he's trying to train as much as he can, and he's trying to earn money. But the only way to earn money in the game is to slay mobs and take their parts to town, or get herbs or medicines and trade. But obviously, like, he's a shield hero, and he doesn't really have the ability to attack things to get that. And his shield does have abilities that you find out later on in the program, but I don't want to spoil too much for you guys if you guys are gonna watch this. This is sort of I don't know. This is sort of bits and bobs. If you watch the anime, I reckon you fall in love with it, if I'm perfectly honest. So in, let's say, the end of episode 1 going into episode 2, and one really good thing about this anime as well, episode 1 is 44 minutes long. I mean, I don't hear of animes doing this, and this is outrageously cool, because it really lets you get a grasp and get into the anime. So in the episode 2 that he realizes that he's going to need somebody to obviously attack for him, as he's just defense. He is a defensive person. He's like the tank. He takes the hits and somebody else deals the hits. So he goes to, in this world, slavery is allowed and there is an open market. And he goes to a slave market and he finds this sickly child, and all of this time he's playing the persona of the bad guy. So he's acting like the bad guy, and he sees this little, it's like, I can't remember what they're called, but they're like half humans, half animals, like crossbreeds. And this is like she's a raccoon. She's crossed with raccoon breed. But she kind of looks like a fox, but she's raccoon, but yeah. Either way. And he like sees her and he buys her for like ridiculously cheap, and then helps her like through things, like, and starts taking care of her. And he buys her a ball to play with and like groceries and stuff like that, and they start actually learning things and leveling up, which is kind of amazing. And they find out through leveling up that she levels up as well, and because she is technically a beast, that when she levels up she actually grows as well, which is really interesting, because she goes from like a 10-year-old into a fully grown woman in a matter of like weeks, which is kind of funny. But yeah, and there is so much more to this anime than I'm trying to explain or talk about. Like, if you haven't seen it, go ahead, give it a watch. If you give it a watch, tell me what you think about it in the comment section down below. It's really good anime. There's only 2 episodes or 3 episodes out at the moment because it's fairly new. The manga has about 50, 60, I would say 50, 60, easy, maybe more. Comics. But yeah, it's really good anime, and I would like to delve deeper into this maybe later, but it's just such a good anime, and I was trying to like go through the story and explain to you about the world and the things in this. It's quite hard to talk about it, really. But yes, you guys, go watch this, please do. It's a really good anime, and then give me your opinion. That's what we're here for. We're here to talk. We're here to discuss. That's what these things are for. So till next time, peace.